Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's intraday analysis video, brought to you by the creators of proprietary price, pattern, and time methodology. Learn the PPT strategies and profit for life. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. All right, folks, before we get into the spiders, which are trading at the lows of the day, again, that's the S&P 500, I just gave a day trading alert to members, and I posted it on the blog, the Rant and Rave blog. Alibaba, take a look at this, guys. I just gave out the alert, and if you go to our Rant and Rave blog, which is free for everyone, you can see this alert, time-stamped when I posted it. Beautiful flag pattern. It's already started to make a move. My entry, 87.69. And again, the target is right here at around 88.65, and a stop would be any break below the lows of the day. So again, you're looking for about $1 upside here in the afternoon session. This is a beautiful flag pattern. I love this reversal, sideways inside bar consolidation, and even as the market, and this is why you know it's good, right? Because if you go to the SPY, all right, check this out. SPY is at the lows of the day, all right? And if you flip back to Alibaba, in theory, right, the market should be taking pretty much every stock down. Instead, Alibaba's getting a little bit of a bid. And actually, maybe it's holding it down and giving us a chance. Anyone who didn't get it can get in this general range. But basically, I love this. I think this is going back to that 88.65 level, probably even higher than that. But, at this stage of the game, you take it one step at a time. But just wanted to give you guys that heads up. Great little alert right there. And again, if you're watching our free Rant and Rave blog, you're going to get these posts, every day or so. There'll be one day trade and a couple swing trade ideas. And again, if you want what I'm actually doing, as I'm doing it, before I do it, when I do it, all that stuff, then you got to join the Research Center for swing trades and the Intraday Stock Chat for day trades. All right, look at this Alibaba running towards 88 here. I love this. When the market sells off, that's how you know you got a good setup and you're dead on, dead point here. And again, right around the highs of the candle here, pushing up. Look at this, 88 now, printing. And again, I'm going to ride this to target, 88.65, guys. I think we get there today even. And here it is breaking through 88. I love it. Oh, what a great one. And again, when you see this pattern, guys, and the market's selling off, it's telling you the stock has relative strength at this point. Now, maybe it didn't have it earlier today when it was down here, but you don't care about what it did earlier today. All you care about is the recent history as a day trade and what the setup is. Here you have a bull flag off of this reversal here, making a nice setup. And again, when you see this thing start to pop and the markets are selling off, that is a great sign. And sure enough, Alibaba popping. I'm already about 30+ cents in the money, give or take a little bit. All right, going back to the SPY, guys, on an intraday basis, markets, again, lows of the day. I believe short-term the markets have topped and we'll probably see about a 5% correction, maybe more, but right now I'll stick to the 5%er. Why do I think this is different than any of the other times? Well, we did have one 5% correction not long ago, but it was never anything more than that. I think this kind of resembles that. The main reason it resembles that is because that time when we had about 5% sell-off, you had the same characteristics as we have now. What were those characteristics? Well, you had a market that was having good news like the Scotland no vote, which was what the markets wanted. You had the Alibaba hyped IPO. You had the Federal Reserve last week being very dovish still. And all of that basically gave the markets a small upside move, and that's it. And especially on Friday after the no vote from Scotland, as well as, check this out, as well as the hyped Alibaba IPO, the markets actually sold off. All right, sold off from those highs. And when you have that much hype and that much good news and the markets still sell off, that is what you're looking for a sell signal. And again, then you had a head and shoulders pattern here, guys. Does everyone see the head and shoulders? Shoulder, head, shoulders, which is a bearish. And notice the gap down below that. That was a dead-on river theory, which is a proprietary signal. I noted that yesterday, which meant we were going to continue to fall. And sure enough, we've fallen beautifully and continue to trade near the lows of the day here. Where is this market going? I'm going to show you right now, folks. See this sloping trend line right here? That's where you're going. All right, if I go to the 60-minute chart, I think maybe we can see it a little bit better here. All right, here we go. So take this low connected to this low, connected through these. So you've got a little bit more downside today, very likely. And this is where you're going to stall out in the short term at around the 198 even number. You might pierce 198, but right now 198 should be where you kind of get to the point of. All right, so that's what I wanted to get across to you guys. And again, really some great action on the sell side of this market. And again, look at just days ago, we were at 201.50, 202, right around there. Now we're at 198. And by no means is this a big sell-off yet, but I just think that the markets look tired. I think that's the bigger issue here, is that it's not like you have any major negatives out there. It's not like you have any major issues out there in the market. It's more of an issue that the markets are tired at this point, and good news isn't able to push them up, which means what's the path of least resistance? Downside action. Okay, what else do we have here, guys? Let's go into a couple other charts out there. A couple stocks that are seeing some decent rebounds, or at least holding up slightly. And again, you can see Netflix being one of them here. Netflix actually is consolidating after the down day yesterday. But again, notice it is up $1 with the markets red. Now, you may ask me, well, is that a good signal for future upside in Netflix? I would say no, because Netflix oversold itself yesterday. All right, look at this drop yesterday. So what this is doing today, see how it's staying towards the low end here? That's creating a bearish pattern, and that ultimately should lead to more downside. I actually have a short-term target of around 420 to 430 on Netflix, which means another $15 to $20 downside before it really starts hitting support. And if we go to the daily chart on Netflix, you can see it right here. So here's your this is your gap fill. This is your first level at 430. And then if it goes through there, you're going to see this low pivot right here, which is at around 419, 420. So this is your range. If the markets really start selling hard, then you're going to head down to this 200 moving average. All right, that would be the max out on this downside before it gets a bounce. All right, but anyways, I just wanted to point that out to you. This level here, I noted this to our members, and we're short Netflix in the research center. And just look at this. I mean, this upsloping trend line. How awesome is that trend line? Perfect trend line right there. We can actually take out this interim level right now. That's not as important, really, as we just look at these lower levels now. All right, a couple stocks that are doing decently today in a pretty weak market. You have Goldman Sachs as well as JP Morgan Chase. And JPM, you can see, still up 22 cents on the day. Amazon, along with Alibaba, down still, although Amazon's only down 65 cents. And as we mentioned, Alibaba has started to break to the upside off of a downward move earlier today. And again, I am long Alibaba intraday here. Looks like a beauty to me. I mean, it really does look like a good potential one. Now, again, most of you, by the time you're watching this video, it's probably over. But, you know, the trade's kind of past at that point. But you never know. I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out. You can always reevaluate it. And if you're a member with us, then obviously you'll get the latest information, which is why I can't stress it enough, guys. You got to be a member of InTheMoneyStocks.com. There's a 7-day free trial to the Research Center. Most of you will be categorized as swing traders. Okay, and just to give you a sense, yesterday one of the swing trades I gave out was a long on SLW, which is Silver Wheaton, and it's already bouncing today. And take a look, we're already in the money on this. It's floating off of its lows. Even in a weak market, this is still catching a bid. And again, part of the issue was we had a bottoming tail on silver, with Silver Wheaton obviously is a silver company, and there was a bottoming tail on silver yesterday, which signals potential bounce. If you look at the oversold nature, and nice move on this almost at the highs of the day, but if you look at the daily chart on this Silver Wheaton, just take a look at this. All right, connect these lows here, all right, and connect these lows right here. I mean, this is just awesome area of support. I mean, so much support. It's kind of like a no-brainer. You see that after I draw on the lines, you're probably kicking yourself saying, well, why didn't I see that? And this is what we do. My partner and I, we look at these charts, we analyze these charts, we find these charts, and we give them to you guys. And while we invest, I mean, we're giving out the hot charts and alerts are ones that we're buying as well, and then we're just passing that information along to you. When we buy it, you guys can buy it as well. All right, so again, that's the Research Center for swing trades. If you're more into day trading like the Alibaba move here that I just highlighted, then the intraday stock chat, there's a 7-day free trial for both as well, so that's kind of cool. But obviously, most people are swing traders. There's only a minimal amount of day traders out there compared to swing traders. All right, so what else do we have here, guys? Again, plenty of red on the screen. We have the Dow down 89 points, NASDAQ down 12, S&P down 8. Markets continue to be under some pressure. Yahoo off of Alibaba is actually getting a bounce, but look at how hard this thing got hit. I mean, really amazing. I was actually hoping, I was really keeping my fingers crossed we would see another drop on this down to this. See the 200 MA, how it kind of coincides with this pivot and this pivot and this pivot over here? Like if I put in this trend line from this high to this high, you get the 200. So that was my hope, is that we'd flush today on a 3-bar surge into that. We didn't do it. So say la vie. One thing that traders and investors need to be is disciplined. And you find your level. If it hits your level, if it's a great setup, you take it. Otherwise, you pass on it. Okay? So again, just a heads up there. I think that's about all I wanted to say today. I mean, there's some good stuff going on here. Markets again trading right around the lows of the day here. We're seeing, looks like we bounced just a couple pennies off the lows at this point. But again, I still think we go down to this lower down sloping trend line before all is said and done today, and then we'll probably bounce off of that in the next day or so. And again, I think the bounce will be minimal, and then you'll see some more downside. So just keep that in mind. And again, if you want the latest trades, the latest analysis, the premium stuff, just come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take care, guys.